His breath is fire against my neck. I can smell the cologne, expensive, sharp, mixed with cigarette smoke and something darker. Something that belongs only to him. Kim Jae-hyun, my boss, the man who destroyed me. The father of the baby growing inside me. His hand is on my waist, fingers digging into the fabric of my Maid uniform. The other hand is flat against the wall beside my head, caging me in. The city lights of Busan shimmer behind him through the floor-to-ceiling windows of his penthouse office. It's past midnight. Everyone else has gone home, but I'm still here. Amara. My name sounds like a curse on his lips, like a prayer. You think I don't know? My heart is pounding so hard I can hear it in my ears. The baby flutters inside me, tiny movements that feel like butterflies made of panic. His mouth moves closer to my ear. I can feel the heat of him, the danger of him. The obsession that has been building for weeks since I came back into his life, pretending to be someone else. Hate me if you want, he whispers, and his voice is rough silk that makes my skin burn. Hate me when I'm inside you all night, but don't you dare leave me again. My knees go weak. I hate that my body still responds to him. I hate that even now, carrying his child, knowing what his mother did to me, knowing the blood on his hands, I still want him. Before I tell you how a ruthless Korean mafia boss made his pregnant maid fall for him all over again, make sure you're subscribed, hit the like button, and tell me in the comments, would you ever work for a man who once broke your heart and almost ruined your life? I never thought I'd see Kim Jae-hyun again. 2 years ago, his mother, the elegant, terrifying woman who controlled half of Busan's underworld, sat across from me in a tea house. Her perfume was suffocating. Floral and expensive, the kind that costs more than my family's rent for a year. Leave my son, she said. No emotion, just cold fact. Disappear completely, or I will make sure your sister never walks again. She showed me photos, my sister leaving school, my mother at the market, addresses, schedules, proof that she could reach them anytime. Jae-hyun believes you love him, she continued, sipping her tea like she was discussing the weather. I will tell him you only wanted his money, that you ran away with another man. He will believe me, and you will never contact him again. I was 23 years old, working 3 jobs, sending money home to Nigeria. And I had fallen in love with a man who lived in a world I didn't understand, a world of tattoos hidden under designer suits, of whispered Korean in dark rooms, of violence that happened in shadows. So I left. I disappeared. I changed my last name, cut my hair, lost weight from grief, and stopped eating. And 6 weeks later, I found out I was pregnant. Fate is cruel. When the agency sent me to work at the Kim estate, one of dozens of properties owned by the family, I thought I could stay hidden. Just another maid in black and white uniform. Just another invisible worker in a mansion full of them. I didn't know he would be there. I didn't know he'd been staying at this particular house for weeks, recovering from something his men whispered about but never explained. The first time I saw him again, I was in the kitchen at dawn. The smell of coffee and rice filled the air. My hands were shaking as I arranged dishes. Then, I heard footsteps. I knew those footsteps. The confident stride. The slight pause before entering a room, always assessing, always ready. He walked in wearing black silk pajama pants and nothing else. Tattoos covered his chest and arms, dragons and Korean characters and symbols I'd memorized in the dark 2 years ago. His hair was longer now, his jaw sharper. There was a new scar above his collarbone. He didn't look at me, just poured coffee. The muscles in his back moved like water. I held my breath, prayed he wouldn't recognize me. He turned. His eyes dark, dangerous, beautiful, swept over me. You're new. His voice made my stomach clench. I nodded, keeping my head down. What's your name? Amaka, sir. My grandmother's name. Not Amara anymore. He studied me for a long moment. I could feel his gaze like a physical touch. Then he left without another word. But I saw him tense. Saw something flicker in his expression. He didn't recognize me. Not yet. Over the next 2 weeks, Kim Jae-hyun watched me. I felt his eyes everywhere. In the hallway when I carried laundry. In the dining room when I served meals. On the stairs when I thought I was alone. He started calling me to his office for small tasks. Bring me tea. File these papers. Stay. I might need something. Each time, the air between us grew thicker. heavier, charged with something I didn't want to name. One night, he was standing at his desk when I brought documents. The room smelled like leather, and his cologne that dangerous, familiar scent that made memories crash over me. "Come here," he said without turning around. I stepped closer. The city stretched out below us, all neon and darkness. Closer. I stopped beside him. He turned suddenly, and I was trapped between his body and the desk. His hand came up, fingers brushing my cheek. The touch burned. "You remind me of someone." His voice was soft, deadly. "Someone who left me." My heart stopped. The baby kicked a tiny flutter of panic. "I don't know what you mean, sir." His thumb traced my bottom lip. I stopped breathing. "Liar," he whispered. Then his phone rang. He stepped back, answered in rapid Korean, and I ran. I couldn't hide the pregnancy much longer. At 3 months, I still looked small, but I was tired, nauseous. My uniform was getting tight around my waist. One morning, I was sick in the staff bathroom. When I came out, dizzy and weak, he was standing in the hallway. His eyes dropped to my stomach, then back to my face. Understanding crashed over his features like a wave. Rage, confusion, something darker. "Who?" The word was a growl. "It's none of your business, sir. Who is the father?" I tried to walk past him. His hand shot out, gripping my arm. Not hard enough to hurt, but firm, possessive. "Tell me, why do you care?" Tears burned my eyes. "I'm just a maid." "You're lying." He pulled me closer, his other hand hovering over my belly like he wanted to touch, but was afraid. "How far along?" 3 months. I watched him calculate, watched the realization hit him, watched jealousy and fury twist his beautiful face. "There's been no one else," he said slowly, dangerously. "Has there?" I yanked my arm free and walked away, but I felt his eyes burning into my back. That night, he appeared in the servants' quarters, found my tiny room, stood in the doorway like a dark angel. "Pack your things," he said. "You're moving to the main house, to a room near mine." "No, that wasn't a request. You can't order me to Provid. I can do whatever I want, Amara." The name froze me. He stepped inside, closed the door. The room suddenly felt impossibly small. "You think I wouldn't figure it out?" His voice was raw. "Your eyes, your scent, the way you bite your lip when you're nervous. I know every inch of you. I've known for days." Tears spilled down my cheeks. "Then you know why I left." "No." He moved closer. "But you're going to tell me. Tonight. What would you do if the father of your baby was a ruthless mafia boss who once broke your heart? Would you run or stay and fight for love? Drop your answer in the comments." I told him everything. We sat in his bedroom, massive, dark, smelling like him. I perched on the edge of a chair. He paced like a caged animal. When I described his mother's threats, the photos, the tea house meeting, his face went stone cold. When I told him about my sister, about changing my name and disappearing, his hands clenched into fists. "She told me you were using me," he said finally. His voice was hollow. "That you ran off with some businessman from Lagos, that you'd been lying the whole time." "I never lied about loving you." He stopped pacing, looked at me. In his eyes, I saw the war between rage and relief, between love and the need to punish. "You were gone for 2 years, carrying my child, and you didn't tell me. Your mother would have killed my family. I would have protected you." "How?" I stood up, anger finally breaking through my fear. "You can't even protect yourself from her. She controls you, controls this whole empire. What could you have done?" The words hit him like bullets, because they were true. Before he could respond, the bedroom door opened. His mother walked in. She wore white, elegant. Her perfume invaded the room, that same suffocating floral scent from 2 years ago. Her eyes swept over me, cold and dismissive. "So the little maid is back." She spoke in English for my benefit. "I should have known you'd come crawling back eventually." "Mother," Jaehyun's voice was warning. "Get out. This girl is pregnant." She looked at him. "Tell me it's not yours." Silence. Her expression hardened. "You fool. You let her trap you again." "She didn't trap me. You lied to me." "I protected you." Her voice rose. "From a gold-digging African girl who would destroy everything we built." The words hit me like slaps, but I stood straighter, put my hand on my belly, felt the baby move. I never wanted your money, I said quietly. I only wanted him, she laughed. Sharp, cruel. How touching. But love doesn't pay for bullets. Love doesn't win wars. And this baby, she gestured at my stomach like it was garbage, is a liability. Enough. Jae-hyun moved between us. His body was rigid. You need to leave. Now. Or what? You'll choose her over me? Over the family? Over everything I built for you? Yes. The room went silent. His mother's face twisted. For the first time, I saw something crack in her perfect composure. Fear. You have no idea what you're doing, she whispered. The Zhao family is already circling. If they find out you have a weakness, a pregnant maid, they will use it. They will hurt her, kill the baby, destroy everything. Then I'll destroy them first. You can't protect her from this world. Watch me. 3 days later, everything exploded. I was on the rooftop garden at sunset. The sky was bleeding orange and purple. The city hummed below. I came here to breathe, to think, to pray for wisdom. Then I heard gunshots. Distant, inside the house. Shouting in Korean, my hands went to my belly. Terror flooded through me. The rooftop door burst open. One of Jae-hyun's men, young, panicked, ran toward me. Miss Amara, you need to hide. The Zhao family, they're inside. More gunshots. Closer now. The man pushed me toward a storage room built into the rooftop structure. Stay here. Don't come out until Mr. Kim comes for you. He locked me inside. I crouched in the darkness. The baby was kicking frantically. I could hear fighting. Smell, smoke, taste metal, fear in my mouth. Then, silence. Footsteps approached the door. I held my breath. Prayed. The lock clicked. The door opened. Jae-hyun stood there, blood on his white shirt, a cut above his eye, his gun still in his hand. Are you hurt? His voice was hoarse. I shook my head. He pulled me out, checking me frantically. His hands ran over my arms, my face, my belly. The baby? Fine. We're fine, he exhaled, then pulled me against his chest. I felt his heartbeat wild, racing, smelled blood and gunpowder, and underneath it all, him. They came for you, he said into my hair. My mother told them about you, about the baby. She thought if they took you, I'd come to my senses. Horror washed over me. She tried to have me kidnapped. She tried to have you killed. The confrontation happened in his office. His mother stood by the windows. Jae-hyun sat behind his desk. I stood to the side, hands on my belly, watching. You betrayed me, he said. His voice was ice. You gave them information. You put Amara and my child in danger. I was trying to save you from making the biggest mistake of your life. His mother's composure was back, cold, rational. That girl and her baby will destroy you. The organization won't accept her. Our enemies will use her. You need a proper wife, a Korean woman who understands this life. I don't care what the organization accepts. Then, you're not fit to lead. The words hung in the air. Dangerous. Final. Jae-hyun stood, walked around the desk, stood in front of his mother. You're right, he said quietly. I'm not fit to lead the way you want me to, with lies, manipulation, sacrificing the people I love for power. So you choose her? I choose them. He glanced at me. Both of them. Over you. Over this empire. Over everything. His mother's face went white. If you walk away from this family, you'll have nothing. No money, no protection, no power. They will hunt you. Let them come. She stared at him. Then at me. Hatred burning in her eyes. You will regret this, she whispered. Both of you. In quoting to Daishin, she left. The door closed behind her. Jae-hyun turned to me, crossed the room, pulled me into his arms. I'm sorry, he said into my hair, for everything, for not protecting you before, for believing her lies, for all the time we lost. I was crying. Where will we go? What will we do? I have money she doesn't know about. Properties overseas. We'll disappear, start over, just us and the baby. She'll send people after us. I know. But I'd rather spend my life running with you than one more day in this cage without you. The apartment in Prague is small, quiet. Safe. I'm 8 months pregnant now. My belly is huge. The baby kicks constantly, strong, healthy movements that make Jaehyun smile every time he feels them. He's different here. Softer. He gave up the tattoos and the guns and the empire. Now he teaches Korean at a language school. I work part-time at a bookstore. We're nobody here. Just two people in love. Just a family waiting to begin. But sometimes, late at night, I catch him staring out the window at the city lights. I know he's thinking about Busan, about the life he left, about his mother. We both know she hasn't forgotten. That someday, maybe, there will be a reckoning. But tonight, he turns from the window, comes to bed, puts his hand on my belly, feels our daughter kick. Hate me when I'm inside you all night, he whispers against my lips. And I can hear the smile in his voice now. The old line transformed into something new, something that belongs only to us. I could never hate you, I whisper back. Promise me something, Amara. Anything. Whatever happens, whatever comes for us, we face it together. No more running, no more lies. I kiss him. Taste his promise. Feel our baby move between us. Together? I agree. Always. Outside, Prague sleeps. Somewhere far away, in Busan, enemies are still plotting. His mother is still planning. The Mafia world we left behind still turns. But here, in this small apartment, in this stolen moment of peace, we have each other. And sometimes, in a life built on darkness and obsession and survival, love is enough. What did you think? Would you have run away with a mafia boss for love? Or stayed and fought his family? And do you think his mother will let them go that easily? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more dark romance stories. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload.